right, how's everybody doing out there? I'd like to welcome you to StarvingTheSystem.com. This is Starving the System, the live internet TV show, the show that empowers you with applicable information that will allow you to break free from anything or any system that wants to take your money, lock you up, and make you sick. I am your host, the Elohim. I'm gonna let you call me the same thing I let my North Port City, Twitter, Facebook folks call me, let you call me E. So look, real quick, what I need you to do for me right now is, if you would please, I would like you to text somebody or Facebook somebody, tweet somebody, call somebody, do whatever you got to do to communicate with the next person around you or in your circumference. Let them know Starter System is on today and on at 7 o'clock every Thursday. Please do that for me. I appreciate it. So real quick, I like to introduce my brother here. It was hard to hunt him down in the wilderness of North America, but I finally found him and was able to bring him here. Dr. ATN, I appreciate you coming in, man. It's good to have you, you know what I'm saying? We actually know each other from way back in another life, you know what I'm saying? On the southwest side of Atlanta, you know, many moons ago, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to see you again, man, after a lot of years. So real quick, if you don't know this brother, I'm gonna let him give you his own background, but he is a master, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, preparing these raw foods, man, that taste great. So I put a lot of pressure on him, you know what I'm saying, by saying that, but he really is. But I want to say real quick before we get started, because this is you know, a real heated subject right now is the Trayvon Martin situation. So I want to address that real quick before we start the show, you know, because a lot of people like ask me, you know, are you gonna be talking about Trayvon Martin on the show today, or you need to be talking about that, you know, and stuff like that. But you know, I never been the kind of person to like to change the whole course of what I do due to a certain event, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I dedicate myself, you know what I'm saying, if I dedicate myself to something which is to truth and to life, you know what I'm saying, and the advancement of my people, I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm not gonna let that really throw me off course, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I didn't really want to restructure everything to talk about that, because personally my belief is, and the way I feel is, we need to be doing something about it. It's not, I don't have anything to say. I don't have nothing to say about it. I feel how you feel about it. The difference is, what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Because it's everything that been said. Ain't nothing I can say that you ain't already done heard. The thing is, and I want to say, shout out to my folks out there with Derek Bozeman that went out there to Florida. But you know, so I don't have nothing to really say about that. Do what you're gonna do. We already get together and take your money out these banks, or stop looking at Dancing with the Stars. Then you holler at me, because I ain't down with none of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm already on that level, so that's where we need to be at, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. If you want to talk, we can talk about that. So anyway, my brother, one more time, I like to appreciate you. So hey, look, I want to say real quick too before we get started, one more time, this usually is something that Al would do, you know, but I did it, and I'm not gonna blame it on Al. I feel like, because if Al would have if Al would have his stuff together a little bit more, I would have a better role model, and this may not have happened. So in a way, it is kind of direct. It's kind of, but it's. I'm gonna put it on me. We was actually supposed to prepare the raw collard green recipe right here live before your eyes, right? But I forgot the utensils, the bowl. I just bought a $5 nice little bowl. I left it. Okay, I got a lot of stuff on my back. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I forget. You know what I'm saying? Again, Al is some way tied into the reason of me forgetting, but I'm not going to directly blame it on Al. So I'm just going to say I apologize. We can't really make it like we were going to do it. Peace be pure. I know you wanted to see us, you know, the men actually make a dish. I am sorry. I do have to apologize. I'm not sorry. Pardon self, though.
You got good intentions, though.
You know what I'm saying?
You got all the stuff.
I got the stuff he told me to get. You know, we gonna go through. I'm gonna let him ride through it and let you know exactly how we pose to do it. We gonna kind of simulate it to the best we can, and you know what I'm saying, rock with it. He gonna be back. He's gonna be an ongoing. He's our minister of health and food preparation. So right, he will be back and coming on, you know, on other shows and giving us some dishes, and we will be preparing them. So without further ado, I gotta, you know, I talk a lot, so I'm gonna shut up for a minute. Let you give us your MO, dog. Let's know. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that, but you know that's street lingo. Don't take that personally. He understand.
Yeah.
Let them know who you are, man. How you
just,
started all this?
Well, it just started with me, man. It's been a process. Gave up the meat, a long time ago, probably like 99. It ain't been that long, but it feels like it's been forever now.
That's a good minute, huh?
Yeah, 99. I stopped. Really started as a dare. Like, one of my co-workers wanted to go on a 30-day fast. We wanted to see if we could cut out the red meat, the pork, and the sweets. That's all it was, sugar, for 30 days. And I took the challenge, and it's just been a journey ever since,
Why didn't you go back? Was you feeling too good?
Go back. Yeah, I couldn't, man. I actually intended on going back. Like, that was never. I ain't never planned on giving up my meat. Like, I was happy with it,
Right.
Like, I ain't see no problem with it.
Right.
But after 30 days, man, my body wouldn't let me. Like, I tried. I sat down to a slice of Meat Lovers Pizza. Actually, right at the end of the 30 days, I went on and tried to treat myself, what I called it. But
didn't work out. Your body was
in
like
10 minutes, man, I was sitting down, hurting, head hurting, like stomach hurting, just.
Wow.
It was a wrap. Like, I ain't never went back.
That's how it happened.
Just been making slow changes, gradual changes ever since. Chicken, turkey. I went to the turkey bacon and the chicken sausage and all the soy products, everything,
So let me ask you, did you used to I suck profusely, I know, I really do. So did you used to cook before you got into this? You was already kind of nice in the kitchen?
It's funny, I always, somewhere back there wanted to be a chef. Like, in the back of my mind, I always had that as an option. Yeah, like, that was something I always thought about doing. So I enjoyed cooking. Yeah, I always enjoyed cooking, and I was always the type of person that would try anything. Like, that kind of helped me out when it came to going to different restaurants and trying dishes. Like, I would try stuff that most people who eat terrible would never eat. Like,
right.
I didn't care what it was.
Especially us in the hood, we don't try nothing. We go out to big restaurants for the first time and get chicken wings.
Taste right.
We get chicken wings and French fries at a 5-star restaurant.
Every time we go, that's the regular. Yep, that's the dish. So I would never like that though. I'm the one I want to try something that I don't even know how to pronounce on the menu. Like, so I guess that kind of helped me.
So you always was nice with cooking, and by getting into health, you just naturally.
Yeah, it just
started making healthy dishes. So let me ask you, what made you think about starting the Health Hop Network?
Oh, that came with actually when I started working on a book. I decided I was going to write a book for younger people, the hip hop generation. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to gear the book to them, gear it towards them, the younger generation, and put some recipes and things in it. And some kind of way I ended up with a webcam, and I just got the idea to go on and put it, on the YouTube scene first. Like, see, I tried to channel out and see how many people were receptive to the information, and that's kind of how the network started with me. Just
so you saying you wanted to write a book to reach the teenagers and
right.
The youth, and basically you decided to do you did it the visual way to still reach those, and that's positive because we used to run the streets, basically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's where I know you from. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where you lived. I didn't know your real name. I knew you from, Washington Road. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So, exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good to see, man. I don't know what gave us the calling to do what we're doing, but
yeah, it's amazing, ain't it? It's amazing, man. Really, we could have been doing anything else, like
for real
all type of negative things,
right man. So that's what I'm saying. I got to give Doc this another Doc, if you know who we talking about, I gotta give him a shout out for that too, because it went if it went for meeting him in an early time, and things would have been crazy. So
yeah, we gotta give
that's the website right there. Exactly, that's the website right there. You can check on the chat if you want to. You need to check out his recipes. He got a whole lot of, and that's not the only thing he does. Right. When you see his bio, you know what I'm saying, he got a lot of other things, but wellness consultant is the major part of what you do. So look, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Real simple, quick recipe for preparing raw collard greens.
Yeah, it's real simple. Like, and I know raw collard greens is not what most people are used to, especially us. Like you say, coming from the hood, or
right.
Just being melanated, period. Like, that's just not how we get down with raw vegetables, period. Like, but collard greens in particular, I remember the first time I presented it to my mother, her face just instantly like, oh, nah, like what? That don't even make sense. Like, what you talking about? Raw.
Right. That only make sense. My mom thinking about it too.
Yeah, it's like backwards. But it's really, first of all, dealing with any green leafy vegetable, like these are the most nutritious plants you can consume. Like, as far as this is not, like most of us, all we used to is lettuce. You know, that's how I was growing up. All I ever had was iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, I didn't know it was other kinds of lettuce.
Nah, what? Lettuce is coming to ball, man. That's it, just lettuce. And then you find out that that's very low in nutritional value. Like it don't have much. It don't have anything to offer you as far as vitamins and minerals and all that. So you start getting into the dark leafy greens. The dark complexion of it is where all the life is. And when you cook it, if you notice when you cook your any vegetable, you'll notice what you left with is a pot full of colorful water. Like, and so there's all your life, was in that actual that hue or the color that it had, that vibrant green or the red or orange, whatever.
You can't see it in your camera now because of the effects, but this is real shiny right here.
Yeah,
that's why it looks real funny. I'm looking in the screen and it looks funny.
Yeah, it does.
But it's actually really dark green. This I don't want to tell the secret, and I never say this again, only for this show. That's a green screen behind us. That's really not an office space. That's like a nice chessboard maybe right there. That's not really there. That's a green screen. So anything green is going to almost appear transparent. That's why we look a little faded. Right. Because Al had to, try to adjust it so you could at least see the greens, because they were see-through when it first came on. So that was a good job by Al Burrows at Facebook for all the hate mail. Okay, so yeah, but go ahead, bro. So
yeah, I was just saying how that that depletes the nutritional value of it when we cook it. And you end up like somebody told me a long time ago that you might as well just drink the water when you're done, like, because that's where all your vitamins and stuff are. Like, it's more healthy than the actual greens, and they be all mushy and soft and brown. Like, it's just not. Your food is supposed to attract you when you look at it. Like, the vibrance, the color of it's supposed to make you say, that looks fresh and good, I want to eat that. Like, and when you get through cooking and boiling the life out of it, like, it's like it looked like it came out of you instead of something that should go in you.
Right. It's enough to take a minute to get to the grocery store, sit at the grocery store, then you get it home, it might sit for a minute.
Exactly.
It loses a little nutrients, then you're gonna cook it.
It's already on its way to die. It's dying as we speak. Like, it's decaying now, so you wanted to get it as fresh as possible. Like, yeah. Right. And this recipe is really a marinated recipe. Like I was telling you, it's better if you can let it sit overnight. So you got to take into account that's another day added onto how long you already had them. So,
right.
But this is a real simple one, man. All it required was taking these greens, de-stemming them, and I guess I can show how I do my de-stemming.
Yeah, what's your de-stem?
My method just real simple. Just grab it and strip the stem off. Like, any little stem like this, I'll leave that. Like, that can be chopped up.
Okay.
But just the fat stems, I just strip it right off. That's it.
I've been all technical peeling mine and all.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Okay, so I ain't a professional.
Then after you do that, you just roll these up. Once you get a good bunch de-stemmed. See if I got them where you can see. Yeah, roll them up. Take your knife and just slice across the roll.
He's gonna have the imaginary knife because I didn't.
Yeah. And that's it. Slice them as tender or thin as you can. That's the best way. Okay, good. He adjusting the camera for us.
Yeah. Tell our ingredients real quick. And,
just so y'all see he was for real. He wasn't.
Point out what we got in the order real quick while you got the camera.
Yeah, these are all the ingredients. Of course, you're gonna need a bunch of collard greens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, this is a modification of a recipe. Actually, I got from the High Priest Kwatamani. You'll find in his book on raw foods. But I changed it and added the sun-dried tomatoes as opposed to regular tomatoes, and the apple cider vinegar instead of lemon juice. And you got olive oil, sea salt, which you got the Himalayan, which is the best. You can get the pink, that white. You don't really want the white sea salt. You can actually find black sea salt too. which is probably more expensive but real good.
I never knew that. Shout out to Be Pure for turning me on to Himalayan salt.
Yeah, this is still got all the vitamins and minerals intact. You can see it. You know, it looks like it's a mineral salt.
And you want raw apple cider vinegar, unpasteurized.
Definitely.
Because that's alkaline versus acid.
That's right. And then, you know, of course, try to chop organic whenever possible, especially when it comes in your greens and thin-skinned fruits and stuff like that you can't peel. You want to try to get them as organic.
We got V checking in, say save the stems for juice, right?
Very good. Save them for juice, or you can make plant food with any, like if you juice a lot, the pulp that's left over from your juice, take that, put it in a jar with some maple molasses, blackstrap molasses, and you can make plant food with all your scraps like that.
That's a jewel right there. That's right. That's a small jewel right there.
And these can be juiced too. Stems can be juiced. And
don't forget we got the red onion over here, but you can use any kind of onion you want.
Yeah, I prefer red.
And we got garlic. How much now? Yeah, can you give us a ratio?
Right. Okay.
Shout out to JB Peters for checking in, boss man. I want my check tomorrow. Excuse me, I ain't mean to cut.
The garlic is we use about a clove per bunch. And that's enough. Depending on how much garlic or how little you like, you might use less or more. But I use at least a clove per bunch, and about 1/4 of a small onion, I say, give or take, all according to what you like too. I don't do too much measuring, so if you want to know how much of what to use as far as cups and teaspoons, like I don't do that. I taste as I go, you know what I'm saying? And after I've made something so many times and got accustomed to how I like it, I can pretty much just go in there and whip it up.
So let's just say we got like a nice salad bowl. This is a good salad bowl full of collard greens. What's the first process we want to do? How much of we want to go? We got them in the pot like this.
Got them in your bowl, chopped up.
They're chopped up good.
Chopped up good because you want them to be tender. So
okay, that's why you roll them like you said.
That's why I like the roll method. Roll them and then you can chop real thin lengthwise. Then you can go back and chop it again. That's what I like to do. You might chop them twice both ways or whatever. So
okay,
that's especially because these are kind of tough and they kind of bitter. So you want to make them easy to digest as possible.
Okay.
Then the next thing I would do is go with this olive oil and the vinegar. Start adding those, or you can start adding all your ingredients if you like, but I like to put the oil and stuff in there because it'll soften the greens up.
Right.
The greens soft.
So you get it in there, you massage it down like you're doing a nice scalp, you know, a nice massage.
Put your hands in there like you're doing. Don't be afraid to touch it. Put your energy into your food. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go. Well, you got to get spiritual with it now.
That's right. This is alchemy. And then you start adding all your tomatoes and onions and garlic after you get your oil and vinegar. Then salt. And something I didn't get to say on my video, good I get to tell it. Sun-dried tomatoes got a natural salty taste to them just from being dehydrated. You know, they don't have salt added most of the time. You don't want to buy them with salt added, but when they dry them, the natural salt comes out. So you got to keep that in mind when you start adding your salt. That they're gonna already give you a little salty kick. This is actually one of the reasons why I use these instead of regular tomatoes, is because it gives you that texture you would have got from your turkey neck or smoked whatever meat you would have normally put in collard greens to season them. So this will give you that little meat texture.
Right.
And the vinegar I like to use just because that's old school, putting vinegar on your greens and onions and tomatoes. And
they don't know about that.
Nah,
they don't know about that. Okay, so you got a question, man. Two people was really curious about the plant food thing. Can you kind of break that down a little bit? How you said want to go through that one more time, that procedure?
Okay, yeah. All you do is you take the pulp from anything that you might have juiced or any stems or even the skin off of citrus fruits that you peeled. You can chop all that stuff up real fine or process it if you need to in a food processor. Put it in a jar with a ventilated lid. I usually just use a piece of paper towel. You put a little rubber band around it and use that as the lid. And you cover that with blackstrap molasses in a jar and let it sit. So it takes about 2 weeks, and you stir it periodically, and then that's it. You got plant food.
You said for 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks, yep. 1 to 2 weeks, stirring it occasionally. And then you take that. Oh, okay. I forgot. You gotta take a couple of tablespoons of that per like 2 cups of water, and that's how you feed your plants.
Also, per tablespoon is how you.
Yeah, you take a few tablespoons or teaspoons, and mix it with some water.
Oh, okay.
About 2 cups of water.
Okay, treat it like Miracle Grow.
Exactly. Add that to your plants, man. It's good food for the plants.
Okay, cool.
Don't waste nothing. You know, that's the African way, man.
All right. So, do you have that on your site at all?
Plant food recipe?
Yeah, the plant food recipe.
Nah, but I might go and post it. I mentioned it, but I hadn't put the actual process up there. But I might post that this week sometime.
Okay, cool. So you had another you got a few good ones, but could you give us another one that's on your that they can check out? But tell us real quick, a simple one, you know what I'm saying, that you have.
Yeah, one of my favorites that I actually wanted to do up here is the cheesy kale, and that's just kale, a bunch of kale, a clove of garlic, some onion, the olive oil, sea salt, and some nutritional yeast, or you can use liquid aminos, Bragg's, instead of sea salt, which you can also use that for this recipe too if you got that instead of sea salt. But yeah, that's it. You just mix all them things together, and the nutritional yeast makes a fake cheese sauce mixed with the oil. Yeah, and it's real good. That's one of the first kale recipes I ever had, and it's been my favorite for years. So that's on my.
I eat kale almost every day, so I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to
try that cheesy kale, man. It's in my recipes. It's Health Hop recipes playlist on my channel, where I got a few good ones like that. Spinach recipe.
And what about, I heard something about apples with this. You do that?
No, but I've heard of that. People put fruit and
okay. I might have got that wrong.
Yeah, you can put agave, and people do stuff like that. But no, I don't really do the sweetening up my greens. But
okay,
yeah, you can do that type of stuff. You can mix fruit with greens if you like that.
I ain't down with that. I don't think I'm down with that. I just heard it. I just thought I'd hit you with it.
Yeah, that's personal choices, man. People do that. Mango and spinach.
So what kind of desserts do you have on your
Not many desserts right now. I've been planning to do a raw cheesecake video. So I like that, but I haven't posted it yet.
But that's something you have in your.
Yeah, that's one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that real soon. That's one of my favorite recipes. But right now, I haven't put too many. I got a lot of shakes, like thick smoothie shakes and stuff like that. I got those kind of recipes, but
yeah, well, that's
the desserts. It's easy to do a lot of desserts, like a lot of raw desserts. It's so many recipes out there. If I post something, I like to try to put something up that everybody ain't already.
Right. See, I don't know what's going on in the raw world. I'm just getting here.
Okay, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I jump in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I had to fight getting some whiting from the International Seafood, man. I had to fight it. Well, I got that.
It's a struggle, man.
I got that carb.
It's one day at a time, like an alcoholic, man. You gotta take it one day at a time.
Okay. Well, that's real. That's real. So you but you do have plenty of recipes on there. Again, that's the healthhopnetwork.com, right?
That's therealhealthhop.com.
Okay, therealhealthhop.com.
Yeah, that's the website. And then my YouTube channel is youtube.com/thehealthhopnetwork. And that's the YouTube. But if you go to therealhealthhop.com, you can link to my Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube site from there.
Okay. And as far as this is really inexpensive to make, is what people don't understand, but you do have to prepare. A lot of times what I'm seeing is when you're dealing with raw foods, you have to prepare it. You really have to have the things to prepare. You have to have the time to prepare it too.
Yeah, there's some prep time involved, man. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not gonna have to, especially when you're dealing with a lot of these recipes and stuff. Like that's the thing about it. Like with this right here, it takes marinating. A lot of times if you're dealing with nuts and seeds, you're gonna have to soak them.
Which you should.
Which you should. And, that's the whole thing about it. It's not, nothing wrong with having to prepare these things, but you got to keep that in mind that you're not going to just run in there and have one of these meals right away. Like you got to prepare some things.
But we don't have to eat the same old things. When people think raw at first, I used to just think, salads,
right,
fruits, nuts,
carrots
but
and apples, and that's all
right. You know what I'm saying? But there are some things, I'm trying to get out of my little, because I'm when people find something and I just kill it. I never go with nothing else. So this was good for me because I'm trying to find some other stuff to do. So I'm gonna be trying to prepare this for myself. You know what I'm saying? And the cheesy kale.
Cheesy kale.
Kale.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Kale.
Cheesy kale.
Definitely. I got to try it. So look, I appreciate you coming on, man, and we definitely got to have you come on. Come back with some when we can actually prepare a meal in here. You know what I'm saying, and show them how you put it together real quick so they can have that actual demonstration in here. So I apologize again to y'all for that. I dropped the ball. So we appreciate you. His information will be on the bio. I do want to mention real quick. His bio, will be in the guest portion of the part of the website. I want to say real quick, next week, our next show for next week is we're going to be talking about our anniversary. We're going to be having our anniversary, 1 year anniversary. It really has been the whole month of March, but we've been on for a whole year. Al got a bottle. He ready to pour it up right now. We're going to be popping them. So, Al said he might be giving out bottles of champagne. I don't know. But we're gonna talk about. We're gonna recap. I don't know what the actual show gonna be about. Maybe I'll get some of the old guest members to come on or call in or something like that. But 1 year, man. I really didn't notice. I didn't pay attention. So I had to be reminded because I'm grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is, it's an old saying. Like I tell you, it's expensive to be free. It's expensive to be free. So it has been, a journey, saying, this year of having it. So, I had to write Al a couple of bad checks, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, we still here, baby. We still here. So look, I want to thank y'all for real for paying attention. I appreciate it. Let everybody know this is the site right here. You can come on where you can find everybody in your community. We're gonna put together this black business business directory, in different communities, and we're gonna have it together. And starvingthesystem.com is gonna be the beginning of that. And we're gonna unite all these brothers, these sisters, these dynamic people that got all this information, man. That's what we're here to do. So I want to say thank you again, brother, for coming out. To the next time.
Having me, bro.
All right, I appreciate. I want to apologize again for Al. I want to say, see y'all next Thursday. Y'all be safe, man. Good night.